Today, we dig into a question that gives us a lot to think about. And what you find might not be what you expected. There's more than one side here, and each one is worth hearing. Welcome back to Minseo MMA. Let's get into it. Stay with us to the end. Conor McGregor's comeback hits another roadblock with a fresh knee injury. 1. McGregor hasn't scored a victory since January 2020, intensifying pressure for a comeback. 2. Dana White confirms McGregor's injury will likely keep him out for a full year. 3. The fight against Holloway at UFC 329 was McGregor's first since a 2026 leg break. 4. McGregor remains optimistic about a summer 2027 return despite challenges. As we reflect on the UFC 329 event, it was a night filled with anticipation and unexpected turns. McGregor's comeback was highly awaited, and the stakes were incredibly high. However, the outcome was not what fans had hoped for. Let's explore how this specific moment at UFC 329 could impact Conor McGregor's future career plans and his place in the UFC legacy. Despite the setback from his knee injury, McGregor took to Instagram to show off his determination to bounce back. The post featured him doing leg lifts, defying the limitations many might expect given his condition. It's a clear message to both his fans and critics that he's not letting this injury define his career. McGregor's resilience is a key factor in why so many continue to root for his return. Following his abrupt exit from UFC 329, Conor McGregor announced that surgery on his knee was necessary. This decision could mark a pivotal point in his fight to return to the octagon. With surgery often comes a long road to recovery, and fans are eager to see how this will affect his timeline. Will this surgery be the turning point McGregor needs to make his much-anticipated comeback? Another memorable moment from the UFC 329 event saw the dynamics within the octagon shift dramatically with McGregor's injury. Fans were left gasping as the fight, filled with promise, ended so abruptly. This moment not only impacted the fight night itself but also sent ripples through McGregor's career and the UFC narrative. It raises questions about what could have been and what may lie ahead. Captured here is a snapshot from the fight night at UFC 329, an event that was supposed to herald McGregor's triumphant return. Instead, it became a night of intense emotions and unforeseen challenges. These moments define not just a fighter's career, but also their legacy. They remind us of the unpredictable nature of the sport and the tenacity required to succeed at the highest level. In this image, we see the referee waving off the fight while Conor McGregor turns his back and walks away. It was a dramatic el punto to what many had hoped would be a victorious comeback. This scene captures the disappointment and the harsh reality of competitive sports where injuries can end a fight in seconds. It leaves the audience pondering what could have been if things had gone differently. Quick pause. If Minseo MMA is speaking to you, take a second to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss what's next. Thanks for watching. Now, back to it. This image perfectly captures the build-up and anticipation leading up to UFC 329. Fans and fighters alike were on edge, as the stakes were incredibly high for McGregor's comeback. The pressure was palpable, making the eventual outcome all the more impactful. This night was a testament to the challenges of the sport and the immense pressure high-profile fighters face. Here we see McGregor sitting on the mat, clutching his injured knee with a mix of pain and determination etched on his face. It's a moment that speaks volumes about the physical and psychological toll of the sport. Such images remind us of the vulnerability and strength of athletes who push their limits in pursuit of greatness. It's a poignant reminder of the human side of competitive fighting. In a dramatic scene, McGregor lies on the canvas gripping his leg while Max Holloway and the referee look on. This image captures the severity of his injury and the abrupt end to what could have been a defining fight. It leaves fans and commentators alike wondering about the implications for McGregor's future in the UFC. How will this moment be remembered in his storied career? The UFC's latest updates and stories continue to draw attention. This saga is one that has captivated audiences worldwide, especially with McGregor's high-profile status. As more details emerge, fans are glued to updates about his recovery and potential return. This ongoing story reflects the drama and unpredictability that makes the world of MMA so compelling and addictive. This image encapsulates the intensity and unpredictability synonymous with UFC events. McGregor's journey, filled with soaring highs and challenging lows, embodies the spirit of the sport. These moments are pivotal as they define legends and set the narrative for what comes next. As fans, we are reminded of why we are drawn to the octagon time and again, eager for the unfolding drama. Quick pause. If Minseo MMA is speaking to you, take a second to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss what's next. Thanks for watching. Now, back to it. Captured here is another glimpse of the fight night, showcasing the emotions running high in the arena. The energy was electric, and the stakes felt monumental. It's in these moments of passion and pressure that fighters like McGregor show what they're truly made of. These images serve as a testament to the dedication and spirit required to compete at such an elite level. This image reflects the aftermath of what was anticipated to be McGregor's big return. Instead, it turned into a moment of reflection and determination. The challenges faced in the octagon often extend beyond physical duress, into the realm of mental fortitude. McGregor's journey serves as a reminder of the resilience required to navigate the highs and lows of a career in competitive sports. Breaking news: Conor McGregor's anticipated return to the octagon hits a major roadblock. After facing Max Holloway at UFC 329, McGregor's night was cut short due to a knee injury just 69 seconds into the fight. This match marked his first since the severe leg break against Dustin Poirier in July 2026. The implications of this injury are significant for his career trajectory and UFC legacy. So what's the timeline looking like for Conor McGregor's return to the octagon? McGregor himself remains optimistic, targeting a comeback by summer 2027. He cites advancements in regenerative medicine and improved training techniques as his primary hopes for speeding up recovery. However, Dana White, the UFC CEO, is not so convinced. He suggests that McGregor may be out for a full year, casting doubt on the fighter's ambitious timeline. Conor McGregor is feeling the heat. He hasn't had a victory since January 2020, and the pressure to make a successful comeback is mounting. He's determined to wrap up his UFC contract with a memorable final fight. Despite these hurdles, McGregor is known for his grit and resilience. Will he overcome these challenges and prove his critics wrong? Stay tuned as we continue to follow his journey back to the octagon. Conor McGregor's injury history is a saga unto itself. Since 2020, McGregor has faced a string of setbacks that have kept him from achieving victory. Each injury has been a significant hurdle, challenging his ability to recover and return to the octagon. With this latest knee injury, fans and critics alike are questioning whether McGregor can truly make a successful comeback. The physical toll is evident, but there's also the mental challenge of staying motivated through these repeated setbacks. Can McGregor's spirit withstand this pressure, or are these injuries signaling the end of his illustrious fight career? Dana White and Conor McGregor present differing views on the timeline for his return. White's skepticism stems from the harsh realities of recovery and the typical timeline such injuries require. McGregor, on the other hand, maintains an optimistic outlook, fueled by advancements in medicine and a never-say-die attitude. This tension between White's caution and McGregor's ambition is compelling. It raises the question, who is closer to the truth? Will McGregor's optimism prove justified, or will White's cautionary stance be vindicated by time? Fans everywhere are watching closely, eager to see which narrative will prevail. The pressure McGregor faces is monumental. As he looks to wrap up his UFC contract, there's an undeniable urgency to end on a high note. Yet, this pressure might either be a motivating force or a crippling weight. McGregor's desire to cement his legacy is clear, but can he withstand the scrutiny and expectations from fans, commentators, and UFC insiders alike? This is not just a physical battle, it's about proving he can overcome adversity one more time. How will this pressure shape his approach in the months to come? Will it fuel a legendary comeback, or will it reveal fissures in the notorious one's resolve? Share your thoughts on McGregor's chances of a successful comeback in the comments below.